pressure suits my coat. I'm headed for the heathens that won't sacrifice my goat.
This is months of waiting and emails and talking to Buddha. I'm actually looking pretty excited actually to meet him. He did say he's he might be out the back of the garage, so we'll just go around and check that.
Just to raise my ship from there.
That's never encouraging. Here we go. I guess you knock on the garage door.
Yeah, come in.
This is very retro chic.
So you, JD?
Yeah, well, how you going? It's good to meet you. Sorry, it's a bad time.
Yeah, kind of. I did something really stupid last night.
Well, it does smell like vomit in here.
Yeah, I started off on a 6 leather jacket lager. Then I had a half bottle of Red Rag rum laying around, so I polished that off. Then I still had a taste for it and didn't have anything else, so I went inside and found about a third of a bottle of cooking sherry, Mum's cooking sherry under the sink. So I finished that off. Then I went online, that was my next mistake. I was only going to have a browse. I went to cheapassdvds.com. From there on, it just all snowballed. Just all started to become a blur. I don't know what the hell I ordered. I went online this morning to try and cancel it all, but it had already entered the shipping process. $247 charged to my MasterCard. Yeah, not good, JD. Whenever you really want something, it takes like a week for them to get the order ready and you're just hankering for it to come, but when you get online, you order drunk, they seem to know. They just enter the shipping process straight away and you're fucked. 2 weeks later, you just get a bunch of stuff. You don't even remember ordering it.
Oh, there's worse things you can do when you're drunk. So, this is where you live?
Yeah.
Your mum's garage?
Yeah, well, where do you expect me to live? Like, I'm 32 years old. Am I supposed to be living in my mother's place? What other choices have I got on 70s wages?
Well, are you ready to start this documentary today? Do you want us to come back?
Maybe in an hour or two. Oh, what the... For fuck's sake. Could have been worse, I guess. Could roll right over on it. Had to go right up my clacker.
Well, we'll come back then, okay?
Okay, so yeah.
Well, not exactly what I was expecting, but I don't know. Maybe after a shower and a shave it would be a bit more presentable. But I think we've still got quite a good character to film.
I'm living out where the buses don't run. The trains don't stop and the planes are stunned. There ain't no city and it ain't no sea. This geography is killing me. Well, everybody here is all gone away. tail of a monkey.
Welcome to Blandville. There's not a great deal to see here, but there are a few cultural points of interest. This is the Blandville Memorial Ball. I'm not quite sure what it's a memorial to. I think it's mainly a memorial to a bunch of local businessmen with way too much time and money on their hands trying to secure a measure of immortality. And this is the Blandville Courthouse. I had to come here last year for a drink driving offence, but I guarantee I'm never going to come here again. Whenever a town doesn't have a great deal else to offer tourists, they usually construct an oversized replica of something synonymous with the area. Goulburn has the big merino, Ballina has the big prawn. Blandville has the big dinosaur dropping to commemorate the fossilised prehistoric stool discovered by workers digging the foundations of the town library back in 1927. And this is the mysterious monolith. No one's quite sure how it got here, but then again, no one really cares. This is the Blandville Bowling Club. I used to come here for the cheap beer and counter lunches. It's closed down now due to a lack of interest. The old-timers blame it all on young people and video games. Come to think of it, the closure did come just a few months after the release of virtual lawn bowls on PlayStation. But my favourite point of cultural significance has to be the Blandville Sanitarium. It's where society locks up people who don't like Adam Sandler movies, or Australian Idol, or reading supermarket tabloids. Some people feel sorry for all the nuts in the sanitarium. Not me. I mean, they don't have to work, they get 3 square meals a day, they get state-sanctioned mind-altering drugs. Meanwhile, I'm out here working a minimum wage in a job I hate so I can buy a bunch of shit I don't need. Now you tell me, who's the fucking nut? And that's about it. Blandville in a nutshell, if you'll pardon the pun.
So, Buddha, tell us a little bit about Fulci Metal Jacket.
Well, I started Fulci Metal Jacket in around mid-2000. Started off as a strictly horror site, but, I mean, fuck, you've seen how many fucking horror sites there are on the net. So pretty soon I expanded its horizons to cover the entire exploitation film universe. The humble exploitation movies, what the heart and soul of cinema's all about. They were pretty much inspired and even pioneered by the carny hucksters. Those guys have been making a pretty decent living for centuries, shocking people with burlesque shows, human oddities, and all manner of bizarre sideshow attractions. They were pretty much the pioneers of entertainment for the lowest common denominator long before Oprah, Jerry Springer or Dr. Phil came on the scene.
So you chose this tastelessness as a direction your site was going to go in?
Well, yeah, if you want to call it tasteless, like, I mean, I just don't like mainstream cinema. It's so bland, so fake. You're asking about exploitation movies before. I guess some of my posters explain it best. I mean, that's what exploitation's all about. The poster sells the sizzle, not the steak. Right here we've got a couple of post-apocalyptic posters. Escape from the Bronx, New Barbarians. New Barbarians is one of my favourite films. Bruce Lee fights back from the grave. Great example of Lear-like cinema. We've got some blaxploitation here, Black Caesar. A lot of people find those offensive. I think they're fantastic. Zombie Nazis in Shockwaves. You'd never see that in a Steven Spielberg movie. Killing of America. That's a very good example of a Mondo movie. It's kind of sensationalism disguising itself as a documentary. Kind of like what Mike Moore does these days, I guess. Issa, harem keeper of the oil sheiks. She's kind of hot. And this one here, that's Dracula's dog. That's one of the most innovative vampire movies of all time because it's actually Dracula's dog that's going around infecting the canine population, who then in turn go around infecting their owners.
That's a new twist.
I'll show you some photos from my world trip I did a couple of years ago.
Okay, so Fulci Metal Jacket has travelled?
It has, yeah. This one was in Manhattan, in Hell's Kitchen. I was able to interview Lloyd Kaufman, one of the co-founders of Troma Studios. That was right in the Troma building, one of the historic sites. Pretty cool. I camped out there for about 3 days. Right out the front with a sleeping bag till he arrived. I didn't know, but he'd been out on business in Chicago at the time, so he'd been out of the city for days. Like, I camped out there for nothing. And then he arrived one morning, asked him for an interview, and he was good enough to say, yeah, let's go.
That's dedication.
These are some other photos here. This one was at Fanta Film Fest in Milan, Italy. This was a great moment because I got to meet my very favourite director of all time, Enzo Castellari. Enzo directed
The Last Shark, The New Barbarians, Kioma, 1990, The Bronx Warriors. Oh, see that Fulci Metal Jacket sticker there? Bumper sticker? When I gave that to Enzo, he promised that he'd stick it to the bumper of his Alfa Romeo. This right here, that was at Fred Williamson's Kung Fu Dojo in Hollywood. Basically what happened, I interviewed him for the website, and then he asked me if I'd like to have a spar afterwards. And in retrospect, I shouldn't have told him that I only gave Black Cobra 1 out of 4 in my reviews on the website. Probably a bit of a mistake. He hurt me pretty bad that day. This was when I went to, on the same trip, when I went to Paris, France, and I tracked down El Cliver, also known as Pierluigi Conti. He now runs he was big in the 80s, he starred in Zombie, White Cannibal Queen, stuff like that, The New Gladiators. Now he runs an Italian restaurant actually in Paris. They make a really good linguine if you ever get over there. He was a really cool guy too, but I always thought he was kind of grabby, sort of.
You look a little cosy.
Yeah, he was big on hugs and stuff like that, which I would have been uncomfortable with, except that I admire his work so much, so I was kind of flattered. And yeah, pretty much this is where the magic happens. This is all Fulci Metal Jacket. I'm reaching out and touching thousands and thousands of people every day through this little computer.
It's not the most technical computer in the world.
No, it's not, but that's the beauty of the internet. You only need bare bones equipment to warp a lot of people's minds. I mean, that's why established media hates guys like me. I can reach the same amount of people with this as, I don't know, MTV can with their cable channel.
Well, he was a nice little boy, very well behaved, but got into mischief. And watched movies all the time, and half the time I didn't like the movies he watched. Yeah, he used to like horror movies and some of those weird movies, and used to worry me in case he grew up into either a serial killer or a poof, one or the two. No, I definitely worried about that, but he didn't. He turned out all right in the end, but it was a worry at the time. His taste in films and taste in music is way over my head. But that's the way it's supposed to be. I'm sure he wouldn't like the music I liked in the 60s. I'm definitely a Neil Diamond fan. But no, there's not many people who like him anymore. He's too old. But he's still good. But Buddha doesn't like me playing Neil Diamond. You actually see him cringe. I see anything of Neil Diamond's and I'll buy it, whether I've got the money or not. I'll find the money from somewhere, and he's obviously the same with what he likes. You've got to be like one of us, so some of it's obviously rubbed off, the obsession. It's not really an obsession, it's just, he's wonderful, Neil Diamond, and I mean, that's not an obsession. I mean, how many years has he been going? You name me one other star that's been going as long as he has and still gives you a good show. There are not too many. All them heavy metal things that used to be around, you know, all died on their own vomit. They're all gone, aren't they? Well, nearly didn't. He's still here. So that came in a big envelope with "Do Not Bend" written all over it, and she bent it. But anyway, it's all right. So when I first saw Neil Diamond, he had a big mop of hair like that, and now he's like that, but he's still gorgeous. That guy got that off the fan club.
I think the major differences between Leon and Buddha can be described in true Hollywood terms. That Leon is the happy ending, and Buddha's a tragedy. I really think that the reason the rivalry between Fulci Metal Jacket and RedCarpet1.org is so intense is because Buddha Wilson and Leon Brown are so much alike without even realising it. They're both stubborn, passionate about what they believe in, and they both think that everyone else in the world is an idiot, including each other.
Well, Buddha Wilson was one of the first people on the scene, along with Leon Brown. The difference between the two is that Buddha had a social conscience and never sold out.
Compared to someone like Leon Brown, who was redcarpet1.org.
Well, Leon Brown started off with all the good intentions, but I think the big brother sort of money man came down and gave him the right dollar.
His words can be bought, type of thing.
Oh, I think his words have been bought.
Fulci Metal Jacket's a lifesaver. That's a great site. Yeah, actually I'm on it now. Yeah, hang on, what have we got here? Yeah, a few reviews. Australia's home of cult and exploitation cinema. You can't be beat. It's been going for a few years, that site. Yeah, I've got a post on the message board about 1,200 or so. Nearly as many as Leon Brown, actually.
For two people who claim to hate each other so much, Buddha and Leon spend an inordinate amount of time talking about each other on their sites, mainly pointing out various typos and other inaccuracies, and trash-talking each other's tastes in films. I really believe that if Red Carpet One hadn't become a major financial success, then Leon Brown could very well be living in his mother's garage too.
So the whole .com boom, being a researcher, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, it was just like any other fad, I guess. There was the money to be made, potentially, and the money was not actually there ever. But a lot of people made t-shirts, and the t-shirt makers actually made a lot of money out of it. They were the real pioneers of, you know, the people who cashed in on the internet. Nice hats. But the actual internet people themselves, the dot-commers, as we call them in the industry, they really didn't make much. There was no money there. I mean...
So, do you see the internet as a money-making tool, or do you see it as a way to get opinions out?
Oh, it's very easy to see it as a money-making tool, but the fact that there's no money there means there's just a bunch of people looking for money with opinions.
Do you enjoy movies?
I do enjoy downloading movies. This is, I refuse to pay for them because they're public domain things, just the same as I do not buy CDs. Well, I used to buy CDs. I buy CDs, blank CDs. But
so you're a big pirater.
I'm a public domainer.
You may have seen some of my guest reviews on Fulci Metal Jacket, such as Dwayne Esper's Maniac. I was actually quite fond of the film, but there's a few problems I've got to pick with that. Grainy footage, not happy with that at all, not happy. I am a reviewer, I know film. I wasn't happy with that. The sound, 5.1. It was not that, which is disappointing for a 1930s film. Come on. Anamorphic transfer. Forget about that. I don't even know what that means. But hey, if it hasn't got that, I don't recommend that. Titties. I was impressed with a couple of titty shots, but I would have preferred more. Yeah, so basically, it was okay. Yeah, I needed more titties, I think.
How do you think Buddha Wilson will be remembered in about 50 years?
I believe Buddha Wilson in about 50 years will be remembered such in the same way as Che Guevara will, in that people will be willing to buy a t-shirt with his face on it, a red t-shirt with a Buddha Wilson face right there. They'll be willing to pay up for upwards of $35 for this shirt. But no one will be sure really as to why.
I think Leon's an awful lot like Independence Day. Big, slick, happy endings. You know, and Well, Buddha's a little bit more like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, you know, dirty and gritty and leaves a horrible taste in your mouth, really.
So what we're doing here tonight, Buddha Wilson's invited us to have a look at his trash cinema night that he holds here at the Grand Bar and Brasserie, playing his exploitation films that he loves so dearly. And tonight he's playing Warriors of the Wasteland. He puts it on to all the town. He says that he gets great turnouts and everyone appreciates his movies. He's putting Warriors of the Wasteland on especially for us, being his favourite movie that he's already talked about. So we'll go in, have a look, and see what it's all about. Good evening.
Good evening, cinephiles, and welcome to the Grand Bar and Brasserie in association with Fulci Metal Jackets Trash Cinema Night. I don't want to overhype things too much, but you're about to see the greatest film ever made. The enthusiasm oozing. Warriors of the Wasteland. My name's Buddha Wilson, by the way. I'm the webmaster of Fulci Metal Jacket. And this one came hot on the heels of The Road Warrior. It was part of the Italian post-apocalyptic craze. Starred the greatest actor of all time, George Eastman. Starred JFK Jr. lookalike Timothy Brent.
No Bruce Spence.
Sorry?
There's no Bruce Spence or Gil Tucker. Steve Bisley's not there. Steve Bisley's not in it. Call it Mad Max.
Yeah, well, it's not Frontline, is it?
It's not bloody Mad Max, is it?
Okay, just so you know what we're doing, I'm J.D. Sebastian. I'm making a documentary about Buddha Wilson, his website, Fulci Metal Jacket, and the exploitation type of cinema that he looks at.
Mm-hmm. And why would you want to follow him around? Like, what's he got to offer?
I think he's an interesting subject, but tell us something about yourself. From the arguments we've seen in there, you seem to be a bit of a rival. He seems to be your number one enemy.
You know, I like decent movies. I don't like, Turkish Star Wars rip-offs and Mad Max rip-offs. I mean, you've got to have a budget, you've got to have a crew, you've got to have a cast, you've got to have special effects to make a decent movie these days.
So you have a website yourself?
I do. I've got redcarpet1.org.
By the way he's arguing there, you seem to be like long-lost brothers, like arguing over something.
I think he'd like to think that he was, my long-lost brother. But I'm just here to rubbish him a bit because he does it to me all the time.
But without further ado, we're going to start the movie off, and hopefully you'll enjoy this piece of fine culture. Thanks.
Loner, nerd, geek, dweeb, loser. These are a few words that could describe Buddha. As I watched him type in his two-fingered typing method, I almost felt sorry for this sad and pathetic recluse, living in his mother's garage with the computer being his only portal to a somewhat normal existence. But to really describe him, to know him, or to quantify that indescribable essence that makes Buddha Wilson who he is, you would only have to watch one of his favourite movies. A movie so poorly made and terribly acted that, in my opinion, it sits atop the list of truly bad cinema epics and has earned its place as centrepiece for Buddha's B-movie universe. And that movie is The New Barbarians, aka Warriors of the Wastelands. This offensive and grimy picture, churned out of the Italian movie knockoff Schlock Machine, seems to be the perfect movie analogy for Buddha's personality. Unbearable. Sometimes movies are made to make money, some to launder cash, or to shock and nauseate the general public. But The New Barbarians is one movie that was able to do all of these things and still make you scratch your head in disbelief. Not at the wonder and the beauty of the film, but the fact that it even exists at all.
Don't move! He'll rip you to pieces, idiot! Let go of me! We are the Templars, the high priests of death. We have been chosen to make others pay for the crime of being alive. We guarantee that all humanity, accomplices and heirs of the nuclear holocaust, will be wiped out once and for all. That the seed of man will be canceled forever from the face of the earth. And you, Mako, were the chosen one among the Templars. My heart bleeds because you disobeyed the rules and preceded us into the great darkness. But you erred because you wanted to be worthy of one. And for this we will honor you. We'll offer you 1,000, 10,000 stupid lives. So I say to you, Templars, hate! Hate! With all your hearts, hate! Hate and exterminate! One! Find Scorpion! Find Scorpion and kill him! No! Vengeance will be mine alone.
So what do you think about the film?
Keeps going on nice, slow, just so I like it. Hey, big fella, each week. Yeah, I've got a good one to drive my way next week. USSVD, Ship of Shame. What? USSVD, Ship of Shame. Bunch of sailors, during World War II. Sailors, yep. Yeah. Bloody poster movies. Yeah, kind of like this one.
You don't get worried that all your patrons have walked out because of the film?
No, it's good. I don't have to do nothing. Don't work for tips anyway, mate.
Okay, so what did you think about the movie that Buddha's put on tonight? Warriors of the Wasteland.
It was kind of like they borrowed borrowed the backdrop from Doctor Who and the Day of the Triffids, maybe. There was no budget. It was an old Leyland P76, a mini moke, and a bit of tinsel. Bad acting.
Do you live in Blandsville?
Yeah, every so often. I get around though. You know, there's premieres all around the place, and I've got to go and write. Put it on the blog spot.
Is your website your number one, your main job?
Pretty much. I don't really work, but when it's your life and it's so much fun, it's not work, is it?
So you make money from your website?
Oh, I do okay. Yeah. I make a fair bit out of it. Yeah. Why? Who wants to know?
No, fair enough. Just trying to see where you're at.
Yeah.
What level you're at.
Yeah. I'm at a pretty comfortable level. Better level than what he is, that's for sure.
JD, he's got all these photos on his side of himself with the kid that played Harry Potter in front of him.
He's a good kid.
George Lucas. Fucking all those A-list nobodies. Johnny Knoxville, he's got a photo of himself. He's got a photo of himself getting drunk with Johnny Knoxville. The only reason he's there is they invited him there because he has so many hits and they know that he won't say anything negative about the Dukes of Hazzard remake. What kind of loser big nose themselves by putting photos of themselves with actors like...
You have photos of yourself with Enzo Castellari. His photos are probably on his website. Your photos are on your mantelpiece where photos of your family should be.
Yeah, but that's different. Like that's
I mean, he only got a photo with Johnny Knoxville because someone went up and whispered to Johnny Knoxville, oh, this guy gets 250,000 hits a month. And he's going to say good things about your movie. Act like you're his buddy and you're like getting drunk with him even though he's a fucking part-timer.
Son, when you make as much money as I do, you only need to be a part-timer.
This guy, don't ever mention a Jack Nicholson movie to him. It's the worst.
Jack Nicholson's probably my favourite actor of all time, and most people's favourite actor of all time. I mean, he's played so many different roles. He's so diverse. He plays the bad guy, he plays the villain, he plays the mad guy, the crazy guy, the crazy powerful guy, the rich guy, the devil. You know, he's got all of it. He's got some good guy roles coming, but you know.
So I take it you must cream your jeans over Christian Slater then, because he's made an entire career out of being an inferior Jack Nicholson.
Christian
an inferior
Slater,
version of someone who's already inferior. He's like
Christian Slater is.
In Heathers, he's like, oh, let's kill the entire school.
I'll throw a few things at you guys. Remakes.
I think they're fantastic.
3 words. Remake me sick.
Okay, well, if it's going to make you sick the first time, it's going to make you sick the second, isn't it? I think if you've got enough money to make a movie better, then why not?
So what's better, like example one?
Lost in Space.
What made the original series popular?
The chicks.
Really? You need water.
And the robot.
Full of shit. It was the giant foam carrots, the fucking general cheapness, all that sort of stuff. What do? Oh, let's make a 2-cent series into a $100 million movie. I'll take away the giant carrot, we'll put in a CGI carrot.
It was the robots and the chicks.
Eddie Murphy. Has anyone ever actually paid for a movie ticket to an Eddie Murphy movie since 1984?
He wasn't in 1984. That was William Hurt. Eddie Murphy, I Spy, was one of the great roles that I'd like to see with Owen Wilson. That was fantastic. He was good in where he played brothers, Long Lost Brothers in Bowfinger.
Nutty Professor was good.
Yeah, exactly. Nutty Professor, which is a fabulous remake. Another remake. Another example of money making a movie better. Nutty Professor.
Dr. Dolittle.
Dr. Dolittle,
Eddie
exactly.
Murphy's done a bunch of remakes. That's all he seems to do.
All I can say
Yeah, that's right. Eddie Murphy is a classic actor. He takes a movie that was not really that good and has a big budget behind him and he makes it better. Okay? Box office.
I think even Haunted House was a remake, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was like a remake of a Disney ride, which...
Yeah, never saw that one.
I mean, you can tell things are getting starved when they've... Oh, we can't remake any more movies. All the ideas are gone. We'll start working on Disney rides. Oh, there's no cross promotion there.
All right. Do either of you guys have a girlfriend at the moment?
I don't have time for a girlfriend. I've got a lot of lady friends I take to premieres, but not just the one. No.
I've got an online one. Does that count?
I don't think so.
Yeah, but I'm not just emailing her. I'm talking to her in real time on MSN.
You know, most of the time it's usually a 50-year-old man pretending to be an 18-year-old girl.
Or me. Joke's on you, Buddha.
Please don't tell me you're from Ballarat.
I won't tell you I'm from Ballarat, unless we're online.
And I bet you even fucking lied about I Drink Your Blood being one of your favourite movies. Just turn it off. Look, it's not gay if you thought you were talking to a girl.
Yeah, well, this is where I work. It's a landscaping place. I'm not really a landscaper as such. I'm more like a schlep, I guess. I do all the dirty work. The boss makes all the money. Yeah, it's pretty unfair. Like, he makes all the money, and all he's done is like taken out a loan and bought the place and stuff. Yeah, the main reason I took the job here is one day I'm hoping to shoot Cannibal Holocaust 2, and I'm thinking that this might pass as a Amazonian rainforest. Just gotta... Don't know where I'm gonna find some Indios though, but... Fuck, how long does it take to dig that hole?
Fuck, you've been on it for like 5 minutes. You're getting paid good money. Just fucking slam them in. Let's get the fuck out of this job. Fucking gonna lose on this job.
Need to find a better job, someone that pays me better, and need to find some fucking pussy too.
Better? I don't think you're gonna get fucking paid any better than that the way you're going.
Can't even get laid in this town. There's not even any fucking women in this town. I won't even start on him about that. Every time I whinge about not being able to get laid, he fucking starts on some shit.
Maybe you need to get yourself a transvestite. At least you could do the hard work for you too.
I'm too smart to be doing this shit.
Doesn't look that way, mate.
So,
Fuck, it's a pretty easy job. Just fucking dig the hole and put the plant in. Green side up. Are you smart enough to work that out?
Fucking roots everywhere.
Oh, hold on, they're not green, are they? They're purple. Should have said purple side up.
So Buddha's not your best worker you got here?
Not really. He's not that fast, that's for sure.
So why'd you hire him if he's such a bad worker?
Oh, he was a big looking bloke. I thought he might have been able to handle the work, and he was the only applicant that applied that didn't have a tattoo exposed on his face or his neck, so I thought he might have been able to handle the job.
He thinks I'm wasting my time on this whole online business.
Yeah, you're not going to make it as a landscape, you better try something. Come on, are you going to put it in the truck or what? Just throw it in the truck. Oh, how heavy is it? It might be easy if you put the sides down, you know.
Yeah, now you're talking. Is it all right at the back here?
No, put it up the front. It's going to get hit by the wind and everything at the back. Just drag it. Why lift it?
Well, I've only been doing this job for 3 months. I don't know everything, you know.
3 months? God, it's just common sense.
Have you asked him how much he pays me? That's something.
What are you doing?
I'm doing what you told me. You wanted me to...
Why don't you just take the trolley, like, to the plants and put them all on the trolley in one time? Like, you're walking from the trolley to the plant, back to the trolley, and then you're going to take the trolley away.
So you want me to move the trolley over there and put them on?
Put them all on. Like, you're not walking then. It's going to take you a quarter of the time. Doesn't that make sense? Like, you're getting paid good money. Let's get the job done. Load it up. Let's get out of here. Take the trolley next to the plants and put them in. Don't walk 4 metres. Far out. It's common sense.
Is that it?
Well, there's bloody 3 more there. Why don't you put them all on at once?
Yeah, but I'll be lighter this way.
Oh, as if that's heavy. It's less than 100 kilo. The legal limit's 40. It's only a bit over. I wonder how much time you look around. Let's get out of here. You don't know how lucky you are to have this job. Why don't you drag the trolley? It'd be heaps easier.
Right, you mean the other way?
Yeah, turn it around and drag it. Quick, let's go.
But it might tip like this.
No, just hold on to it. Go, go.
It's my 56. Know what I'm talking about, my view and I got a traction on a landslide. I got it coming up the other side.
So what's the time, guys? About 3:15. And I'll finish about 3:30. So how about we go back and have a few beers, forget this nightmare, and fall into the world of exploitation until I have to face up to stupid reality again coming in here. Yeah, I've had all kinds of jobs. I've done labouring, roofing, bricklaying, supermarket work, factory work, retail work.
This work surprises me that you do. I can't imagine you being out in the sunshine working with nature.
Yeah, well, you got to go through some miserable times to have pleasurable times, like for me to be able to go online and work on the website and be a part of this whole online community, influencing people. I've got to just do the horrible stuff like working out here in the middle of spring when it's like 20 degrees.
It's not really horrible though, is it?
Oh, it is. Like, this is hard work. This is the sort of stuff they do in third world countries. This is...
I think you got it pretty easy here, mate.
Well, you've seen the boss.
Plant a few trees and
you've seen
move
the boss.
a few
He's like
pots around.
The boss Seth. He's like a dictator.
That's just a boss, really, isn't it?
Yeah, but they're not supposed to tell you what to do and give you tasks.
Your perfect workplace would be somewhere you could turn up and do whatever you want.
Yeah, well, that's the way it should be. Like, you shouldn't have like a mean boss telling you what to do all the time and stuff. Like, he's over there right now. He's just shaking his head. It's because life shouldn't be like that. It should be like doing. You should work smart, not hard. And I'm always working smart. Here.
Maybe you need to go for a trip to China and have a look how it's all done. That's where you call good workers.
China.
Definitely haven't got their work ethic, that's for sure.
Well, what, you're paying me minimum wage already? You want to pay me less? What?
Well, if I can pay you less, I'll pay you less. Not worth minimum wage. I think minimum wage is way too high.
Yeah, like I don't earn much money here. Like, it's barely enough for me to pay my internet fees, my domain fees. I can only afford to order like 15 movies on DVD a week. If I had a better job, I'd be able to order like 25, 30. And
you shouldn't have time to watch 15 DVDs a week.
What should I be doing?
Working. I can't understand why the work week's only 38 hours as well. I mean, it should be at least 60 hours.
60?
60, at least 60.
Yeah, well, at least that way I could afford like 30 DVDs a week.
You wouldn't have time to watch 30 DVDs.
I don't have the time now because I'm right here. I should be at home watching my special edition of Day of the Dead, but he doesn't like movies. He just likes work. These ones are supposed to be moving.
No, the bloody orange ones, Pot and Pete. As if you're going to put garter mix in pots. Potting mix goes in pots. It's not that hard, just read the bag.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't do a horticultural degree. I was busy at home watching The New Barbarians.
You don't need to do a horticultural course to read garter mix and read potting mix. It's called going past year 7.
I don't read so well sometimes because in English I was usually writing a synopsis for the sequel I was planning to Escape from the Bronx, called Bronx Warriors 3. Took me a while to think of the title.
What did you put them all back? We need 6 of them. 6 of those and 6 of the potting mix.
6 and 6 is 12, right?
Yeah. 6 of this one. You might as well do this one, you're standing there. We'll take the trolley to that one. Whichever way.
When I was cruising with my baby late that night, I don't really care if there's no car inside. I don't really care if the radio works because I'm really not the fit because my arm is hurt. Wow! Gonna roll down a roadway. Gonna roll down a highway. Gonna roll down a roadway. Wow!
How come I get all the spastics? That's so stupid. He's done this job at least 10 times. Put a bag at the back so it's balanced. Come on, what are you doing? Stop playing with the plants and load up the potting mix. Let's get out of here. What a job to go to. No, that's a small one, all the same
They're the
size.
same.
Look,
Oh,
can't
what,
you
is that
tell
much
the
more?
difference? It's half the size. Don't leave that one, that's right. Oh, man.
perks of being a webmaster, or more specifically a webmaster that reviews movies like I do on Fulci Metal Jacket, is that people send me a whole bunch of free stuff to review. Some of it isn't that good because a lot of it's from independent filmmakers that have just went out with their mates and shot something for $1,000 on a digital camera, and usually it's unwatchable. Like they'll go out and make a zombie movie that's kind of like Dawn of the Dead but on a 15th of the budget and without any of the shopping mall or zombies or anything like that. And it's pretty unbearable. So, I mean, I have to suffer for my art in that way, reviewing stuff like that. Yeah, this is pretty cool. I've been looking forward to this. My friend Heinz from mediumraremovies.org sent me this today. He emailed me a few days ago telling me it was on the way. He's one of the major supporters of Fulci Metal Jacket. I mean, he sends me this stuff to review. I'll review it, review the DVD release, put a link to his site, and hopefully, well, the plan's hopefully to send about 300 to 500 customers his way. I reviewed a Troma movie, Zombie-Geddon, last month, and Heinz got about 211 sales out of that directly from Fulci Metal Jacket, which was cool. So he's got a lot of faith in me, which is why he sends me cool stuff like this. His website's a little more expensive than the bigger sites like Nile.com, but I mean, look at how lovingly this is packaged. You don't get packaging like that from Nile.com. I've been looking forward to this for a long time. This is the limited edition Phantasm Sphere. Phantasm is one of my favourite horror franchises from the 80s. And yeah, it doesn't get the respect that it deserves from a lot of exploitation fans. But Phantasm consistently is a great horror series. Has some awesome dream sequences, and I can relate a lot to that because I don't sleep so much anyway, and when I do, I usually wake up screaming. So I've just got to be a bit careful opening this box because Film Phantom was on the message boards when this was first released, and he warned everyone that the box was quite fragile. So far, so good. I mean, it's pretty cool. My only gripe so far is that the sphere appears to be out of proportion. That's a cool little booklet. I mean, the spheres in the movies were about the size of a grapefruit, and this one appears to be about the size of a honeydew melon. But it's only a minor complaint because, I mean, they had to fit the DVDs in somehow. Just try and assemble this without breaking it. I mean, it's beautiful packaging. Like, this is, I'm in fanboy ecstasy right now. And that's awesome. Look at that. Look at that, that's beautiful. So I mean, that's going to give this one a good rating right there, just the packaging, that's pretty sweet. And that's the ball, and I'd like to reenact one of my favourite scenes from the movie. The ball, I apologise because the ball's out of proportion, but basically it goes into the guy's head, flies through, and this happens quite a few times in all the films actually. Then a draw comes out, which they haven't incorporated the drill, which I'm a bit disappointed about, but I'll just do the sound effect anyway. And that's about as good as it gets for me.
Making films is my passion. Look, making films is a bit like making a kebab. With the right ingredients, you don't need $1 million. I grew up watching Bala, Argento and Lenzi. All the best movie makers there was. Look, filmmaking's in my blood. My father was a lighting technician in Star Wars, E.T. and Exorcist. Not the ones in Hollywood, the Turkish ones. Fantastic movies. Websites like Fulci Metal Jacket are very important to independent filmmakers like myself. They give us a chance at publicity that we wouldn't normally get from radio or television or even print media. Those people couldn't give a shit about our 10-cent movies. Buddha Wilson reviewed my first movie, Cannibal Kebab Shop, back in 2003. He said it was the best independent Australian film since, horror film, since Houseboat Horror. I think it's a pretty good achievement. My latest movie, 500,000 Maniacs, is sort of based on a true story. It's about some Sydney uni students, who go on a road trip down to Adelaide, and when they get there, they realise that every second person is either a mental case or a serial killer, which isn't that far from the truth. I mean, I've been to Adelaide before. I was lucky to get out alive. It's a very scary experience. You guys should check out the preview on my website, www.alexdelrio.net.au. Check it out. You won't be disappointed. Wilson really got behind my latest movie and created a lot of internet buzz. It spread like a bad case of herpes. I can't thank the guy enough. I just signed a distribution deal with Diabolical DVD. They haven't even seen the movie yet. I'm stoked. Buddha Wilson is like a real Buddha. He's like the guru of independent filmmakers. And the internet, what an amazing place. You just sort of type something in, and it spreads. It spreads all over the world. It's amazing. It's changed my life. Soon, I won't have to work in a kebab shop 3 days a week. I could only do 1 or 2. Perfect. Don't talk to me about Leon Brown. This guy, he's just like he's an arsehole. Basically, he's a small, trying to hold on to whatever's left of his hair arsehole. I sent him a screener of Cannibal Kebab Shop. He writes me an email, right? You're not gonna believe what that. He writes me an email and he says, can you send me $100? What is it? Submission, $100 submission fee to review my movie, right? $100 submission fee to review my movie, and you know, I sent him a check, right? I don't know what bother this guy. He's an idiot, right? I sent him a check. He cashes the check. I never hear from him again. You know, what a spastic, right? Leon Brown's a spastic. He cashes a check. I don't get no review. No, nothing. You know, I really know he's changed his number. The guy's a spastic. You can't. I don't know what I'm going to do with this guy. I don't know. If you're watching Leon Brown, watch your back, all right? Just watch your back. You know what? Anyone who makes independent films, bank on Buddha. Bank on Buddha Wilson. He'll get you reviews, mate. He'll get your movie out there. Yeah, he'll do for you what Istanbul Express did for Turkish Star Wars.
The business strategy of Mongol Media, which is of course the parent company of Mongol Movies, is to basically control everything the public sees, reads, and listens to by brutally eliminating the competition within the next 25 years. And we're well on track. Mongol Media recently bought a 57% stake in Behemoth Video, the largest rental chain on the planet. So you might say we have a captive audience. We now control the rental habits of half the planet by only placing our product on the shelves. Whether they're Mongol movies, Mongol adrenaline films, or Mongol independent pictures, they all amount to the same cookie-cutter Mongol media product. It's beautiful. It's brilliant. Less choice means maximum profits. Yeah, I'm just waiting for JD here. See, I've got a bit of a theory with these, like what you do, see? So you just stay here and watch, you just sort of put a buck in and play something for a bit. You look for the biggest fucking loser in the room. Wait till they've blown all their money, hit the machine, fucking jackpot every time. And if you put in $100 notes, it thinks that you're a big time gambler, so even if you're not going to play 100 down, it's got stuff inside the machine that reads the $100 note, and it basically, here it is. Yeah, basically, it can tell it's a $100 note, so it wants to humour you, so it'll pay off. So you might only want to gamble $20, but as long as you make it think you're a big time punter, they'll let you win for a while.
So this is how you spend your time? Another way not to socialise with people?
And shit, JD. I'm in here at 10:30 in the morning having a beer and playing this. Do you really think I've got a problem?
Not doing too good now.
Nah, I'm gonna fucking collect.
It gave you a little bit, gave you a taste, so you pump more in.
So that makes you feel better when you do that, because it feels like you got something.
Now let's see what else we've got here. Alchemy. See if I can work some magic.
Fuck, isn't there a faster way to put these fucking things in?
You could just give it to the licensee, your money, that'd be faster.
Yeah. One. So if you play 20 lines, you got more chance of winning.
See? See, JD? Now it's on, motherfucker. You stand corrected. Oh, this is what makes it all worthwhile. See, look at this. Watch this. I might call in sick tomorrow. See, JD, there's always a chance. I've got a chance of 1 in a million.
Your chance of winning the maximum prize on a gaming machine is generally no better than 1 in a million.
Yeah, but there's always a chance. I'm feeling really stupid now. I should have played fucking 20 credits. Came on the first go. So you never played any of these before?
I've never played a poker machine in my life.
Oh, aren't you fucking special? I've never played a poker machine in my life. My daddy pays me to go to university. Oh, Daddy, I want to do a film course so I can make a documentary about some guy. Oh, can you lend me $30,000? See, I told you I had a plan. That's, you know why that is. That's because I pumped all that money through so fast. I thought I had more money than I actually had. So it's letting me win. Is gambling a problem for you? Not today.
Hello?
Hello, can I please have a $25 collect on number 10?
Yeah.
The winning number? Thank you.
Here we go. Okay. Thanks,
I'll tell you what, with this, how about I take you out to dinner tonight? We can go to McDonald's and then maybe go back to my place and we can watch Bloodsucking Freaks. Or maybe something more romantic like The Smell of Honey and Swallow O'Brien, or...
That's really, really tempting. But I think I'd rather mutilate my own genitals than swap bad breath and possibly contract gingivitis from you.
That's me. Safe. Oh, save up for a month, go to a hooker. To survive any length of time in this business, you have to sell out sooner or later. That's just a basic fact. Just look at Al Pacino. One of his most recent roles was in Ocean's 13, which is essentially a sequel of a remake of a film that wasn't terribly good in the first place. Clearly, this film has no redeeming values whatsoever aside from the obvious, which is making money.
So, you're a published writer. You've got a website that's gained reasonable success. What's your dream, though? What's next?
Oh, JD, like Martin Luther King, I have a dream. I may not be black, but I have a dream. Basically, I want to revive a genre that's been largely forgotten even by exploitation fans. Even most exploitation fans have let it go by the wayside. I want to bring back the Leah likes. Have you ever heard of Leah likes before?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Yes, yep. I mean, you go into a video store in the 80s, you rent what you think's a Bruce Lee movie.
Yeah.
Take it home. It's actually a Bruce Ty production. And for most people, they were disappointed, but I thought it was a bonus. The fans wanted to see Bruce take on bronze men, Nazis, whatever. Stuff that he didn't get a chance to do while he was alive, but wanted to do. So the Leah likes were paying homage to Bruce. They were carrying the torch for him. They're kind of like the countless morbidly obese Elvis impersonators around the world that celebrate the achievements of the king to this day. Basically, there's a movie called Bruce Lee versus Ilsa in the Devil's Triangle. Have you ever heard of it?
No, I've heard of Elsa because you've showed me
Yep,
Elsa.
yep. It's the holy grail for exploitation fans. It's a lost movie. I mean, this thing leaves London after midnight for dead. This is a lost movie that needs to be brought back. Directed by a guy called Umberto D'Amato. Umberto D'Amato is one of the most prolific Italian directors of all time. He directed some 197 movies prior to this one. Sadly, 195 of them are mystifying erotic period pieces and mainly unwatchable spaghetti westerns, really fucking tedious spaghetti westerns. I'm an exploitation fan, JD. I have a remarkably high tolerance for shit. I can sit through most things, but even I find most of his movies unwatchable. Like A Town Called Cholera, for example. Good name, boring as batshit. So basically he found a winning formula, Nazis and Leah likes. So he wanted to combine those and make the greatest movie of all time. Throw a bunch of stuff in. I mean, you've seen the movie Raw Force, I showed you that the other night, the Everything movie. That's got everything. Umberto D'Amato wanted to do the same thing with Bruce and Ilsa. So, there we have Bruce Lee versus Ilsa in the Devil's Triangle. This was going to be Swan Song, JD. This was going to be Umberto D'Amato's One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. It was going to be awesome. He the entire crew flew to the Devil's Triangle. This was the highest budget ever. Like normally they just shoot these.
Devil's Triangle is in Bermuda Triangle.
Bermuda Triangle, yep. Normally, see what they'd normally do is just shoot off the coast of Rome or something. But they flew the entire crew there. No one knows why. Maybe because it's a tax haven or something. And it was a troubled production. Like, I mean, everything that could go wrong did go wrong. There were tropical storms. There were deaths on the set. One of the Bruces was even taken by a shark while filming the infamous underwater Jeet Kune Do sequence. There was even a military coup. 2 weeks into the production, the entire crew vanished. The producer, Fabrizio Diablo, got a distress call from a PA saying that they were under attack from aliens or some shit, and nothing else was heard from them. Fabrizio shit himself. He had to go into hiding because he borrowed a shitload of money from the Sicilian mafia, who wanted to see a return. They didn't want to see a good movie made, but they wanted to see a return on their money. And anyway, a few weeks later, George Eastman, a delirious George Eastman, who had been cast as Ilsa's head goon, Mongo, was found floating in a lifeboat by the US Coast Guard. He was that fucking out of it that he thought the US Coast Guard were the crew of the SS Minnow. As soon as he was introduced to the skipper, he thought it was the skipper. And he was just out of it. He was rambling about a strange purple haze in the sky, and he was clutching a gym bag. And the gym bag contained the dailies from the film, the stuff that George had been able to salvage during whatever the hell happened to the crew. And he just kept demanding that they get the film to the Academy because it was such a work of art. I've recently come into possession of a pristine print, and I'm determined to see this one released. The world needs to know about Umberto D'Amato's sporadic genius. I know he was only a genius on 2 or 3 films, but a genius nonetheless. And I've edited together a trailer I've put on YouTube. It's already been downloaded by about 70,000 people, and it's had 13 comments, all negative, but I mean, what the fuck do they know? If people are on YouTube, then they've got too much time on their hands.
So do you have any of this for us to look at?
Would you like to see it?
In 1973, a dying Bruce Lee is brought into a free walk-in clinic in Hong Kong. A chance for science to save humanity by cloning Bruce Lee. The SBI, Special Bureau of Investigation, an organization so secret that even the UN doesn't know of its existence. SBI officials, seeing opportunity at hand, decide to use Bruce's superpower for their own devices in tracking down their greatest nemesis, Ilsa, she-wolf of the SS, who has since fled into the Devil's Triangle since the fall of the Third Reich. The clones of Lee versus Ilsa in the Devil's Triangle.
Now, where's Summary? Come. He's at 28. Rule Perry.
Starring Bruce Lee as Bruce Lee #1.
Hey, you. What are you practicing? Your kung fu? Just how good are you?
Hey, that necklace looks good. How about you give it to us?
Bruce Lee as Bruce Lee #2.
All right, I'll let him go. Yo, free to go.
I'm not surprised. A sudden change of fortunes in the scheme of things.
And Bruce Lee as Bruce Lee #3. The girls. See the girls. See the Nazis. See the bronze men. See Ilsa's devastating sea monster. See the infamous deadly touch of death. We've got 6 fists, 6 feet.
You were lucky. She had orders to kill you. Chuck found out about it.
And 3 sets of sunglasses, all gunning for Ilsa, she-wolf of the SS.
We'll catch him right in the act.
The world's greatest villain meets the world's greatest kung fu superstar ×3. You've seen Enter the Dragon. Now see the entry of
Mr.
3
Collin,
dragons.
I'd like you to meet Bruce Lee 2 and Bruce Lee 3.
Hello, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Written, directed, and produced by Billy Lowe and Graham Chen.
Yeah, so what I'm going to do, I've edited a trailer together, and I'm going to take out a loan at the bank, or I might get another credit card, and I'll burn off about 2,000 copies on DVD of the trailer, and I'll go to Cannes next year to try and find a financier for the film. I'm not talking about the Cannes Film Festival, I'm talking about the Cannes Adult Film Festival, because I've inserted hardcore clips in there, just to give it some extra spice. I pulled them off a few old porn movies from the 60s and 70s, because like I don't know any girls, so I would have just, if I had shot it myself, it would have just been me beaten off, and like that's kind of like playing jazz music, you enjoy it yourself, but it's pretty offensive to watch. Yeah, like I've added a few plot points to make it more relevant to our time, like I've added stuff like cloning, stem cell research, terrorism, bird flu. I'm going to use my online influence to secure financing. I'm going to get some new scenes shot, and we'll just see this thing premiere. The public deserves a decent film. They deserve to see Bruce Lee versus Ilsa in the Devil's Triangle, and I think it's really relevant to our time, and it could be a box office smash. And besides, Hollywood loves remakes. I'll try and sell it as a remake of an existing movie.
Last time we spoke, you asked me to bring these
the album along, I believe. But I'll just talk you through it really quickly there. Okay. Here's me. This is the opening of Oprah's Harpo 2, a new company there. And this is me and Oprah in the opening night there. Justin Timberlake was there, as you can see. He was there. Britney Spears was there too. I don't know if we could connect the two on the night, but hey, it was all food for thought. Pretty interesting. Oh, a great one here with the Olsen twins as well. Beautiful. I always get the two mixed up. But
Rob Schneider.
Rob Schneider, yeah, one of my favourite new actors. I think he's just got it all.
Okay, so tell me about this new deal you've got with Mongol Movies.
Oh, so you've heard about that already. You've probably read my press release. It's a pretty exciting venture where I'm now promoting a lot of their the movies that everybody's seen, and I'm finally being paid what I'm worth and putting a bit of money together to start making, make my own movie.
Okay, number one, you're getting paid to review. I think that's compromising your role as an impartial reviewer. Two, you want to get in the movie business.
Well, yeah, why would I be doing all of this? I mean, I don't see it as being anything that's contradictory or is going to, affect my impartiality of reviewing. I just see it as a bit of an apprenticeship where I can cut my teeth and get involved in the creative process and make a movie myself.
Well, isn't filmmaking all about art and free expression? What is filmmaking to you then?
Well, art and free expression, maybe Buddha Wilson would say that, no budget and all the rest of it. But to me, it's about meeting the celebrities, it's about the red carpet, it's about the parties, it's about networking, it's about product placement.
Okay, so what type of things you got to do to make a movie for Mongol Movies?
Obviously, you've got to meet the criteria. Now, it's not hard to meet. Basically, it's your everyday person's type of movie, a real Hollywood movie where you've got the big explosion, the car chase, a little bit of tech stuff there where and when you need it. I wouldn't want to go overboard, so, car chases, that sort of thing. Boy meets girl, boy chases girl, a little bit of a twist at the end that everyone knows. I could see that coming. That's what you got to do. If I can meet that criteria, then I've got a green light.
Okay, it's funny you say that because getting into the film business, I brought along to show you, to get your opinion on it, a film that Buddha Wilson's been doing.
Oh, yeah,
and
right.
Is trying to get released himself.
Okay. Yeah. Bit of Bruce Lee schlock by the look of it. Lee Shmee, I think, as they're calling it now. It's the new buzzword. But Buddha Wilson, yeah. What has he done it on an oily rag? Is that his budget? It looks it. Straight to midday. That's what I'm saying. Straight to midday. If the networks will take it. Perhaps you could get any one of Charlie's Angels to play in it. So Cheryl Ladd or Farrah or Jacqueline Smith. Maybe opposite Brian Dennehy. I don't know. Looks pretty cheap to me. Yeah, look, there's only one Bruce Lee film that is that's worth seeing, and I think you know that. Shanghai Nights.
I first met Harvey Mongol Jr. at college. We were both bonesmen. Everyone at corporate level in our company is affiliated with the Illuminati in some capacity. Harvey Mongol Sr. reached the rank of Grand Wizard before passing over into the afterlife in 1992. The Mongol Movies corporate logo is modeled after the Great Pyramid of Ra. It's a testament to our ties to the New World Order.
Just as I was beginning to understand what Buddha Wilson and Fulci Metal Jacket was all about, disaster struck. In a complex case of copyright infringement, Buddha Wilson was prosecuted by Mongol Movies. I couldn't help thinking that I was at least partially to blame. I had done what no self-respecting documentary filmmaker should ever do, yet so many seemed to in pursuit of accolades and personal glory. I had interfered with my subjects and manipulated them for dramatic purpose. Like a latter-day Marty McFly, I had interrupted the time-space continuum. I was keen to see how prison could change a man.
Sorry I'm late, guys. I pulled kitchen duty. Man, fucking prisoners are pigs. Yeah, well, the Bradstow minimum security facility behind me here has been my new home for the last couple of months. It was a bit odd at first because, prior to this, my only experience with prison had been women in prison movies, starring Pam Grier, Margaret Markov. Yeah, usually directed by Jack Hill. I've got a bit of a problem showering with other blokes. I'm finding that a bit weird. Yeah. Especially when you turn around and someone's got an erection. That takes some getting used to. But I don't like to jump to conclusions. Maybe the guy's thinking about his girlfriend or something like. I'm finding these prison issue clothes hard to get used to because I've always been a bit of an individual. I like to wear my exploitation film t-shirts and generally dress rather ironically. But this is ironic in its own way. The warden's a pretty cool guy. He's kind of taken me under his wing. He lets me work on Fulci Metal Jacket still on the computer in his office in return for like a couple of favours. He says that it's not gay if you're in prison, it's just jail sex, but I don't know about that. I reckon if you're working there, it's still pretty fucking gay. I've made myself pretty comfy. I've got a little TV, little $50 DVD player. Yeah, well, I'm getting on the message board still quite a bit. Life for me's hardly changed. I didn't like going out that much anyway, so I get to go on the computer in the warden's office and I get to work on Fulci Metal Jacket. I get to cruise the message boards, keep up with what's going on. Yeah, the message boards are good. Another upside is, like, I'm a political prisoner, as you know. I'm a political prisoner. I'm in here for my beliefs. I'm just like Nelson Mandela or Pauline Hanson or Charles Manson. Like, I'm in jail for what I believe in and for what I thought was doing the right thing. And I'm being persecuted because of it.
Well, the defendant was selling DVD copies of a rough, unfinished cut of the clones of Bruce Lee versus Eelser in the Devil's Triangle. Allegedly to finance a trip to Cannes to pitch it to producers. Well, we were not amused. The clones of Bruce Lee versus Eelser in the Devil's Triangle is our intellectual property. One of our associates, Leon Brown, I believe, pitched it to us. And we went into pre-production right away. We own it. It's ours. Buddha sold 47 DVD copies on the website, including several to our private investigators. We had all the evidence we needed to prosecute. We wanted to make an example of Buddha Wilson, so we did. We pushed for jail time.
Here you are, you got me like a fucking martyr for a martyr for independent film. Like, I've always given everything, taken nothing. As opposed to Leon, who's given nothing and taken everything. And this is a person he doesn't have a creative bone in his body. That's why he relates to these bland mainstream releases. People can spot a faker a mile off, like Geeks Online. Geeks Online can spot a faker a million miles away. That's why they're online. They don't like conventional media. They don't like what's playing at the Gigaplex. They don't like what's on TV. Online geeks don't like fucking Australian Idol or all that shit. They're individuals with fucking hearts and minds, and they're not attractive, but you can't have everything. I'm a spiritual leader to an entire generation of movie geeks who are very, very pissed off. One word on my website, and I could see the Disney's new movie Teacup Ride boycotted. And that's what it's all about, the power of the internet. They can't shut me up online. The only way they can shut me up is to lock me up. And that's not work. If you're willing to make a few sacrifices for the warden, fulfill some of his fantasies, then you can get around that and stay online. I'm willing to do that. I'm willing to do anything but dance for him, because that'll make me look ridiculous. I don't know, my hopes. I guess I hope I get some sort of minor celebrity out of this documentary you're making, so I can pick up some really hot chick. It worked for Quentin Tarantino. Like, he picked up Mira Sorvino because he had this whole cool, hip, pop culture celebrity status going on, and she thought he was cool. And finally, he proved to her that he wasn't cool. He was just a geek, like I am. Like, he had a screening of The Beyond in LA, for fuck's sake. Like, I can just imagine what the fuck was he thinking? Like, imagine that. Like, he tells her, oh, I'm going to screen this classic Italian film. She's thinking maybe Fellini or something like that. Brings all her friends, brings her old man. The old man's that cut dude out of Goodfellas, Paulie. He turned up to see what Daddy's little girl's boyfriend's going to show the whole world, what his next step of artistic greatness was going to be. And that step of artistic greatness was an 80s exploitation movie that shows a little girl getting a fucking head blown to bits with a dum-dum bullet. That's fucking awesome. He just came out, I think he just had it with the whole cult of pop culture celebrity, and he just thought, fuck it, I'm a geek and I'm proud of it and I want the whole world to hear it. So he screened The Beyond. And Quentin's never, he's never been the same over-marketed icon since then. I think he did it deliberately. You're the man, Quentin. That's what it's all about. Be proud of your movie geekdom. And always wear your colours proudly on your sleeve. I have been improving myself in here, like I've taken up arts and crafts. No, they encourage us to be creative so that we can feel good about ourselves, so that we have more chance of getting away with our crimes when we get back out. Yeah, well, prison's kind of like university. I mean, you learn a lot, you come out of it a better person at the end, but unlike university, you don't come out of it with a degree and you don't come out of it with higher social standing. But I've been doing a lot of drama, and right now I've been doing a dinner show. We show it every night, called Bloodsucking Freaks 2. Basically, it's just a bunch of guys standing around whipping each other. The warden loves it. The warden's there every night for it. And sometimes the warden interacts, which is great to see him interacting with the prisoners. That shows that he's like an egalitarian sort of warden. He's a good guy. Yeah, it's going great. I'm thinking of taking it to Sydney, like maybe not to the State Theatre, but off the State Theatre. Yeah, maybe like someone will touch it. Yeah, but here the Footbridge Theatre, or the Enmore Theatre, maybe. The Eros Theatre, that would do it. Yeah, they're normally screaming out for live entertainment, and yeah, they love it. I think it's almost curfew. Anyway, so you guys are going to give me a copy of this when it's done?
Wilson's a fucking degenerate. I don't care about Ranger freezers. They don't make no more Jews like Jesus. Sitting on the dashboard of my car, dressed in colours pink and pleasant, glows in the dark because it's iridescent. Take it with you when you travel far. Get yourself a stream Madonna, dressed in rhinestone, sitting on a pedestal of Babylonian shell. Do a 90, but I ain't scary because I got the Virgin Mary assuring me that I ain't going to hell. That's Trouble Reed singing the old fucking Cool and Luke song.
Patrons are ancient and gory, but the Lord saw fit for to save my ass. So I'm here now and I'm telling you my story. And the rains came down and the floods went up, bodies floating all around me. I went down, I touched the ground, but there really was nobody there to drown me. It's a fine time for living, 'cause there ain't no time to die. Guess I've been forgiven, but I really don't know why. I've been running for so long, I have forgotten how to cry. I guess they're running out of funeral blocks up in the sky. Oh, my friend smiled, he said, hey man, I almost died. I had a heart attack, you know. I said, yeah, right, you went right up and saw the light. He said, why, yes, but there was no further to go. Well, I've been chased by those hounds of hell. It always made me kind of nervous. Well, it ain't so grand when the shit hits the fan, but I guess it has some divine purpose. It's a fine time for living, 'cause there ain't no time to die. Guess I've been forgiven, but I really don't know why. I've been running for so long, I have forgotten how to cry.
What have we discovered from all this? A new champion? Perhaps. A successor to Bruce Lee? I doubt it. Well, you see, what most heir apparents to Bruce seem to forget is that to be the best, you must beat the best. And Bruce Lee was the best, and he can no longer be beaten. So all else is just speculation. And I, for one, am glad. For why should we try to topple his legacy? Its existence, I think, has such a positive influence. To sum it all up, I cannot help but recall Ron Van Cleef's remark about Bruce. He was the prototype. Everything else is just an imitation.